Oh, hi, podcast listeners. There's many ways you can listen to the Real Nerds podcast. You can subscribe on iTunes. You can also subscribe on Stitcher Radio. You want to send us a Twitter message? You can do that. It's so easy, at Real Nerds. Like us on Facebook, Real Nerds Podcast. You can visit our website, realnerdspodcast.com, where there'll be a lot of articles for you to not only read, but to listen to our previous shows. Do you like your stories told through pictures? Then you can also follow us at Real Nerds on Instagram. You can also call us, 720-6nerds5. Thanks for listening and enjoy the show.
Camera, action!
Well, a real nerd knows who shot, and a real nerd can follow the plot, and a real nerd can...
talk film! I'm sorry.
Take it outside.
Well, a real nerd knows who shot, and a real nerd can follow the plot, and a real nerd will give it all they got. Lights, camera, action! Real nerds.
Aloha, all you movie fans, and welcome to another exciting episode of Real Nerds Podcast, where every week we see a new movie and we podcast our experience to the world. This week we saw Sinners. Stay tuned where we recommend the film or not, play the trailer, and then spoil it. I am joined, as always, by my partner in crime, Mr. Brad.
Yes, let's do some crimes.
Yes, with the candlestick in the laboratory.
Yes.
Because
Colonel
I called
Mustard
you
did
Mr.
it.
Brad, like
Mr. Body.
Mustard, or
Yeah.
was it Mr. Mustard in Clue, or is it Professor Mustard?
Colonel Mustard and Professor Plum.
There we go.
Yeah.
Professor
And
Plum is such a bitch.
hey, it's Christopher Lloyd you're talking about.
Yeah, bitch. Yeah. Hey, so Brad, just quickly, I got the Indiana Jones game for the PlayStation 5 because it came out on Xbox.
Look who has money.
Yeah, it came out on Xbox last year, but it's an actual, I think, Xbox game, so there is an exclusive window to it. And man, it is really, really fun.
That's what I heard.
The opening hour of it, or I guess it's not that long, the opening 20-30 minutes is the opening to Raiders. So it's really fun. And I can't believe the guy who's playing Indiana, or Harrison Ford, is Troy Baker, which you might know from, he's the Joker in some things.
Mhm.
He's Joel in the Last of Us video game. And his Harrison Ford Indiana Jones is almost indistinguishable. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
The game is super fun.
I'm hoping in 3 to 4 years from now, when I can finally get a Nintendo Switch 2 and hopefully they've ported this game to that I'll get to play it.
Yeah, what's cool is that you solve puzzles in it. And there's some action and stuff, but it really is more about solving puzzles and going from different locales. It's pretty fun.
As it should be. I don't want a cinematic game. I want a game like Indiana Jones is the guy who has to solve puzzles.
Yeah.
He barely does that in the new movie.
I mean, there's lots of cinematics in it, but it's really cool. And I didn't know this. Tony Todd, who passed away last year, he plays a bad guy in it.
Nice.
And it looks just like him. I mean, the graphics are freaking incredible. So yeah. If you have the ability to play Indiana Jones in the Great Circle, people definitely should.
Yeah, no, the game I just recently bought was Stray. It was on sale.
The little cat game.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kellen played that game. He loves that game.
Yeah, I haven't gotten very far in it because I fell asleep playing it.
You fell asleep playing the game?
Well, it was 2 a.m. Come on. Yeah, in a dark
I'm concerned
room.
about your sleeping habits. Sleeping in movie theaters. How do you fall asleep playing a game? Do you just, is the game still running? I don't know.
Yeah, my brain just shuts down, A day of running around grocery stores at full speed, driving around, all the psychological wear and tear of avoiding friggin' bad drivers, My happy hour is sitting in a movie theater and, watching a movie. But yeah, my body's just like, you're done. I decided when you're
Gotcha.
done. Yeah. You used up all your sleep credits when you were in college and the 48s. So yeah, we're shutting you down when we decide. So yeah, there's plenty of times I'll just be sitting there with like my hands on the controller and just like involved in something and just like, yeah, I like spaz out like, oh, what, I should just go to bed. Nope, I'm gonna keep playing, fight through this. I can't win. And then yeah, it just like sits there on idle for like 2 or 3 hours.
But Stray's a really unique game. I didn't know what to expect when Kellen was playing it, but yeah, you're just a little kitty cat going through a futuristic world.
Yeah, it looks charming as hell, and I can't wait to play more of it. But I've been working on graphic design and stuff. Hey, we're gonna have a panel at Fan Expo.
Yeah, we are. It's going to be about horror films, and it's going to be really good.
Yeah, and it's gonna be themed as like summer orientation. So if you show up at the panel, we're gonna treat you like you just showed up for camp. So you're gonna get a little packet of stuff for Camp Real Nerds, and then we're gonna take you through this journey of all the different summer camp horror movies. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, have we gotten approved for our booth yet?
No, that's confusing.
Man, we got approved really fast for our panel.
I'm guessing the programming is is faster to prove than layout and logistics for commerce. So that's probably going to take, a lot longer to decide that.
Yeah, I mean, when did we get the approval last year? It was like towards the end of May, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's usually like a month ahead. So we're always scrambling to be like, oh, what can we got to build this shit in like a month. Great.
Yeah, we got it. We got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think, have we told what we were doing yet on this podcast? Probably.
I think so. I mean, it's a really scaled, it's nothing as elaborate as the Pizza Hut, obviously, but we're going to just do a camp.
Yeah, it's going to be Friday the 13th themed.
Yeah. Crystal Lake.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
On a budget.
We got it.
On a very pared down budget.
It'll be so cool.
I don't have that Pizza Hut money like I did last year.
Yep. But
So,
we'll figure it out. It'll be cool.
yeah. A lot of free stuff incorporated, but I'm super excited about the stickers I designed.
Yeah, your stickers are awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna have 2 kinds this year. It's gonna be great.
I know. I need to make a Camp Real Nerds t-shirt too.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out because, like, obviously, to be faithful to the franchise, they have to be yellow. But when we did the Star Wars ones, those yellow shirts were so thin and see-throughy that I was like, I don't want to do that
Yeah.
again. And we could try the yellow in like a beefy tee, but like I hate the texture of wearing those.
Me too. Why don't we just reverse them? Why don't we make them red with yellow writing?
Yeah, I guess. Oh.
Or
It looks a little like McDonald's.
oh, okay.
Someone who bought our Evil Dead shirt years ago, it got destroyed, so they want a new one. But they had a special size that we don't have, so I was like, well, I might be worth reprinting that one. I have an idea for like an improved design on that one. So maybe it's just like not so much Friday the 13th, but like just horror themed in general.
Okay.
So we'll see. Figure it out some more.
Yep. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Hey, Brad, I'm going to totally change it up too.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm going to play Corinne's Showtime now.
Hey nerds, Corinne here for another installment of Showtime where I tell you all about something cool I've been watching lately. This week, I guess it's not really cool so much as it is really, really weird. But hopefully in a fun way. And that is both the stage musical and the film musical, The Pajama Game. So I'm going to give you a quick synopsis of the story first. Then I will talk about my history with this musical, again, both the stage and the film version. So The Pajama Game was, I believe, made in the 1950s or 60s, and it's set at that time period in some small town in America. I want to say it's like Ohio or Pennsylvania or something. And these people work at a pajama factory. And kind of the overarching storyline is that they want a 7.5-cent raise, but the boss is being really stingy. And they have a union. And the union rep, who in the movie is played by Doris Day, she ends up having this kind of will they, won't they relationship with the new, I guess he's like a supervisor. he's not the boss, but he's not like the owner, but he's, like a foreman or a supervisor or something. So they initially have like this tension, it's kind of like a Darcy Elizabeth situation from Pride and Prejudice, where it's like they initially have this tension and then, they fall in love, kind of midway through, I guess. And then, suddenly they're like a couple, but then these like larger issues come between them as far as like, he's on the side of the boss, sort of, or at least he has to like keep his job and he can't let the workers run roughshod over him, even though he kind of has their interests at heart, or at least he has his girlfriend's interests at heart. And there's an incident where the workers are trying to slow down production, and Doris Day's character ends up like messing up one of the machines, and she admits it, and so he fires her because of that. But anyway, so, and eventually he does end up being the hero because he finds out that the boss actually does have the money to give them the 7.5-cent raise, and he forces the owner to do that. And, and again, it's a musical. Some of the musical numbers are fine. Some of them are, there are one or two that are actually pretty fun. So my history with this, I had never heard of this musical, either the stage version or the film version, until freshman year of high school. And that's when it was announced that it was going to be our school's musical for the year. And I guess this might have coincided with the 2006 stage revival that they did on Broadway. I don't know. So our drama teacher, my freshman year of high school, her name was Miss Boudreaux. We all called her Boo. She didn't really like freshmen as a general rule, but I think she tolerated me. At least she didn't, I don't know. She didn't really like me, but I don't think she full on hated me either. But anyway, but yeah, so I was in her acting class in spring semester, and I think I might have tried out for a part in one of the productions, and, being a freshman, she was like, absolutely not. But because I think I was in her acting class, I somehow got recruited to help run the lights with this production of The Pajama Game. And because of that, I ended up, I was at a lot of the rehearsals and a lot of the performances. So some of the songs have stuck with me, at least one of the songs has stuck with me for years and years and years. And as part of this acting class, because Boo was not the best teacher, honestly, like her class was oftentimes like a study hall with credit. But as part of our acting curriculum, we ended up watching the movie version of The Pajama Game as part of like preparation for the upcoming stage musical we were doing. So, so again, I ran the lighting board. I learned a lot of, the songs and the story beats and everything like that, because again, I saw the show so many times running the lights for it. And after freshman year of high school, I never heard anybody else talk about this movie, this musical, nothing. It was like The Pajama Game never existed. And I guess I won't say, like, sometimes I did wonder, like, did I make that up? Because obviously a Google search could solve that problem. But sometimes I guess I like to think that I made it up, of just like, yeah, The Pajama Game. Nobody ever talks about it. I think I made it up. Again, jokingly, but it's, it's a fun incident. But anyway, so again, I've never heard anybody talk about it before freshman year of high school. Never heard anybody talk about it again, unless we like mentioned it in passing, as far as like, oh yeah, I remember freshman year we did The Pajama Game. Because the Pajama Game was so obscure as a musical. Like all the other musicals we did when I was in school, like sophomore year, we did Beauty and the Beast, Disney's Beauty and the Beast. We did Oklahoma, and we did West Side Story my junior and senior year, respectively. I don't know what they did after I left, but I would imagine it's something similar caliber. But the fact that, like, yeah, we just did this random Pajama Game. Again, I'm thinking it coincided with the 2006 revival on Broadway, that maybe, the rights were, like, super cheap or something, because they wanted to get people talking about it and, like, oh, yeah, like, get it into the public consciousness of, like, oh, hey, here's this, the Pajama Game, and, maybe people would go and see it on Broadway, or however it worked out. But anyway, so a couple weeks ago, I was at the mall, and I stopped into it's called the Whale's Tales. It's like the local library's store where they sell like books and movies and things that have been either donated or taken out of circulation. And I saw The Pajama Game there on DVD, and I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't make it up. I gotta watch this movie and see if anything like comes back to me, because I don't remember a lot of the songs from it, or at least I didn't until I rewatched the movie. But the one that I always remembered, even now, almost 20 years later, which is painful to say, but almost 20 years later, and I still remembered the main theme, where the opening song where they come in and they're like, the pajama game is the game I'm in, and I'm proud to be in the pajama game. I love it. You know, I remembered that. Again, 20 years later, I wasn't technically in the musical. I did the lights, but yeah, it's just funny, the things that stay with you. So I was like, yeah, partly I was like, yeah, I didn't make it up. So I rewatched it the other night with my roommate. She had never seen it before. And whoo boy, was it a hoot. So the movie, on the whole, I would say, like, for me, the best part of watching, the best part of, like, the whole experience was this kind of, like, nostalgia of, like, so many things that came back to me, the songs, the story beats, and, you know, like, when the opening credits started playing, and the tune, not the lyrics, like, they weren't singing it yet, but just the tune came up, and I was like, oh, yeah, the pajama game is the game I'm in, you know, like, I started singing along, and I was like, but as far as just, like, the movie by itself, I'm like, yeah, I don't know if this is really good. Man, I don't know. Like, some of the musical numbers are fine. Like I said, some of them are, like, there's this whole subplot with the owner's secretary and this, the foreman, who they have this kind of tenuous, like, on again, off again, boyfriend, girlfriend kind of thing, and he gets, like, super jealous of anybody that she gives any amount of attention to, and he starts trying to, like, kill her, and kill the, like, main guy. It's just really stupid, and I was like, what's the whole point of this? It's so dumb, and it's never really resolved either. It's just like, oh, he failed to kill them, and now, oh, nope, they're just doing their little pajama parade. I guess all is solved somehow. Okay, but, yeah. I would say not a very good movie. I think a staged musical would probably be more fun. Just, you know, I mean, obviously it depends on, you know, who's doing it and how it's done, but I think I would rather watch the stage version of this than the movie, because, like, the movie wasn't terrible, but man, it was just, like, there were parts of it that just drug on, and it just, it's like, I didn't really feel invested in the love story, because maybe back in the day it was fine, but I'm like, this is between a supervisor and basically their HR rep, you know, Doris Day's character, and it just felt, it was really icky, and they just immediately, like, they're in love, like, there's not, I mean, they have, like, 3 conversations, and it's like, oh no, I'm, like, head over heels in love with them, and I know that that's, like, more typical in a musical, but the squick factor doesn't help either, so I wasn't really rooting for their romance. I was rooting for the workers, at least, because I was like, yeah, they deserve their 7.5-cent raise, which, oh yeah, so there's this, one of the last numbers they do is where they're talking about, how much, like, a 7.5-cent raise would, you know, how much extra money they would earn over a year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, and when they get to the 20-year mark, oh man, I felt old. Just thinking, like, oh man, like, it was almost 20 years ago when I first saw this movie, and if I had had 7.5 cents, you know, if I had 7.5 extra cents every day for, you know, and it was like almost $3,000, I'm like, I wouldn't mind having an extra $3,000 right now. Shit. But yeah, no, The Pajama Game, I guess I can't really recommend it. There are some musical numbers that are fine. I think the most famous one is, it's called Hernando's Hideaway. It's in the second act, and it's like they're going to this speakeasy because they gotta, like, they're going behind the boss's back, and they gotta, like, conspire and stuff. And some of the visuals in the movie version are pretty cool, where it's like the lights go out and all you see is like people striking a match and holding it up to their face, and then everybody's like singing together, and it looks really cool. But and it kind of has this like tango vibe to it, where it's like do 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 do, you know. Yeah, it's probably one of the better and more, like, both visually and musically, one of the better numbers in the whole show. But yeah, I think there was one musical number that was like at some union party where they're just like, they come out and they just start tap dancing for 5 minutes, and my roommate and I both looked at each other, we're like, yeah, well, we're just gonna skip this one. So yeah, it was fine. Again, the best part for me was just the nostalgia of, you know, everything coming back to me, and just like, but also at the same time, just like, oh, it's been 20 years, I can't believe it. So, just feeling old. I'm an old fart for sure. So, alright, I will talk to you guys next time about something. I still have to watch The Eagle and the Hawk that Ryan lent to me. So maybe I'll talk about that next time, or maybe I'll talk about something else. I don't know. But until then, keep it real, nerds. Bye.
The Pajama Game. You know, I had no idea this was a movie. I know it was a play. I have never seen the film. Have you?
I missed the play when we did it at our school, and I've never seen the film.
But I am proud that Corinne is supporting Jefferson County Public Library by buying their used stuff at A Whale's Tale, which is in the Mills. Which, if you haven't been there, it's a really cool store. I get books there all the time. Yeah,
I got the Blade Runner soundtrack there because they have CDs too.
Yeah, they do. And I got a DVD old collection there for like $4. Can't remember which one. I think it's Katharine Hepburn and Spencer Tracy, I think is the one I got. But anyways, should support them because they take that money and it goes back to making sure they get new books and stuff for children. And a library is also a place where you can get internet and magazines and movies. They're very vital for communities. So
yeah, and if you want to rent movies, Hoopla and Canopy are tied to libraries, and you can just watch pretty recent mainstream stuff from them too. So
yep. So just make sure you take advantage of it and support them when they need it. This week on Real Nerds, Brad, we saw Sinners. Do you recommend Sinners?
Yeah, I didn't love it, but it is well made. So yeah, like the acting's great, but and the effects and the cinematography is incredible. But yeah, like a lot of the time I was just like, where is this going? And like, what are we doing? And this is what that was. Okay, great. Yeah, it was all right.
Yeah, I really liked this movie. I thought it was really well made, well acted, and yeah, the cinematography is incredible. I thought the way they incorporated music to the film worked so well. And the reveal of the title of what The Sinners means, I thought was very unique. Yeah, I really, really liked this movie.
It's also, I haven't seen From Dusk Till Dawn, but I feel like this is similar to that from what I have seen of it.
Nope.
No? Okay.
No. I mean, we'll play the trailer, then we'll talk about it.
We've been gone a long time. We back now. You twins? Nah, we cousins.
There are legends of people with the gift of making music so true. It can conjure spirits from the past and the future. This gift can bring fame and fortune.
Will somebody take me in your eyes?
But it also can pierce the veil between life and death.
Listen here, this ain't no house party.
Shit.
Y'all ready to drink? Y'all ready to sweat till y'all stink?
You want some?
You keep dancing with the devil.
Careful, boy. You gonna bite off more than you can chew.
One day he's gonna follow you home.
We got us a problem, y'all.
What the hell going on?
Oh, we heard tale of a party. This world already left you for dead. I can save you from your fate.
You don't need no saving.
Yes, you do.
And you are?
I am. Your way out. Don't cry. It's all better now.
Yes, I lied to you. I don't believe in magic. Ghosts, demons. Just power.
Somebody please take me.
We're gonna kill every last one of you.
Hey, I ain't mean to scare you. Thought y'all done forgot about me in here. Come on, open the door, let me on out of here. Stay. It's you? Of course it's me. Open the door.
That ain't your brother.
Lied to you.
Yo, smell anything? I think I shot myself.
Sinners stars Michael B. Jordan, and he plays dual roles of twin brothers called nicknamed Smokestack, which you learn are they're somewhat of gangsters from Chicago once they left their small town in Mississippi. They come back and they buy a is it a distillery, Brad, or is it just a barn?
It's just a barn.
Yes, and they're turning it into a juke joint where you can go and celebrate, listen to music, and it's a place where African Americans can go and kind of have fun and release and not be oppressed, whether it's working in the fields or through the racism that is permeated throughout where they live.
And somewhere along the way, they picked up a bunch of like very exotic liquor, I guess.
Yeah, they brought it down from Chicago, so they're kind of bootleggers.
Yeah, it's like, so that's like their thing of like, oh, this is what's going to draw people beyond the music. Like, this is what's going to sell people on this place is this liquor that we got.
Yeah. And yeah, because that's a big thing, because they get their old friend, his name is Slim, and he is a really great blues harmonica player. And he doesn't want to leave his gig that is steady no matter the money, but when they offer him alcohol, he, goes right for it.
Doesn't Michael B. Jordan, isn't like the third guy also their brother?
No, he's their cousin. His name's Sammy.
Okay, yeah, Sammy.
And the movie starts with Sammy returning to his father's church with his guitar all busted up and he has blood all over him. And you kind of see throughout the day how it gets there. And, he's picked up by Smoke and Stack, and, they go into town and they get help from the locals to, paint a sign. You also see what kind of person Stack is. I think I got that right. He literally shoots two people in the middle of the street
because he thinks they're stealing from him.
Yeah. And, they say, hey, you caught us. And he says, well, I can't let people know that I let you go. And, they're kind of exerting their dominance and their way over these people.
Yeah,
and
they got tough in Chicago is basically that backstory.
Yeah. And they're not good dudes. And Michael B. Jordan is great because he plays the two characters so differently. Where Stack is kind of has this lost love, and he lost a child, and he has kind of this tenderness to him that Smoke doesn't have. And
He's
you
definitely
get
like
this,
business-minded guy.
yeah, and you get this feeling that he wants to be better, but he also doesn't. And I teased it at the beginning. The Sinners is actually not the vampires in this. It's all the people that go to their juke joint. They all have some sort of past
Vice.
where they,
Yeah.
where they committed. Where it's Haley Steinfeld, cheats on her husband. And there's all these little things that everybody does that they're warned about. Sammy's dad says, the devil's coming, and it's never fully explained why the vampires are there.
Yeah.
He literally just shows up at one point.
Well, like an hour and a half into the movie, so like there's so much setup, which I applaud them for trying to make you care about the characters. But man, it's like it's a long time, and it's a 2.5 hour movie, so yeah, that's like halfway through. But
I mean, it might even be longer. I remember watching it, and I mean, like I said, I loved this movie. But you're watching it, and you go, "Man, is this still a horror film?"
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's a long time to wonder like where this is going, because and there's really no plot kick in either. Like even horror movie or not, you're just like watching these people just like they go to town, they hire a sign person, like they meet this guy, they meet that guy. And you're just like, is this whole movie just building the juke joint? Like, where is this going?
Yeah, it's exploring. I mean, in my opinion, it's exploring how people who think they're doing good aren't, and they all have this sin, and they have to answer for it. It comes in the form of this vampire who he says that he's been chasing down Sammy for a while, but you never know really where. I did read that Ryan Coogler is getting the rights to his film back after so many years. And it makes me wonder if he has more stories planned in this kind of world. And I'm cool with not explaining where the monster comes from.
Yeah. And it's also like a metaphor for like just a colonization, like preying on these people, like sucking them into their fold, and it's not so much like literally vampires, I guess. Like on screen, literally they're vampires, but like it has a deeper meaning.
Yeah, because the vampire played by Jack O'Connell, they say his name in the cast is Remick, but I don't remember them ever saying his name, unless he said it when he introduced himself when he went to the juke joint.
Maybe, I missed it, but that's right.
But I might have missed it. But he's literally telling them that he's going to steal their music.
Yeah.
And when he's, about to kill Sammy, that he says, I'm going to steal your music and I'm going to say it's mine. And so it's about the appropriation, too, of their culture. And, one of the coolest moments I actually thought in the movie was when that one woman was singing and it transformed through generations of African-American music and African music. And it burned down the juke joint figuratively. Just a really cool scene. And Ryan Coogler is a really, really cool director. And he just proved again that he can make films really well. But yeah, I mean, you're right. Eventually it goes to like straight out horror, and the vampire shows up and he sings a really catchy song, and then when Haley Steinfeld's character goes out, they sing Wild Mountain Time, and then the assault is on. And
yeah, it picks up a lot. Yeah, in the second half. Yeah,
it does.
It doesn't feel like an hour and a half at that point. Yeah.
But yeah, so if I had one small complaint about this movie, and it's really small, is I think the carnage that's unleashed at the end is sometimes hard to follow, because there's so much like vampires going on, and I didn't understand how some of the vampires weren't getting some of the other people.
Yeah.
But that's just a minor quibble. I think the editing there maybe it's because I was sitting in the third row at the big show is why. But yeah, I love this movie. And to answer your question from 20 minutes ago about From Dusk Till Dawn, I mean, I guess in a way, yeah, because Dusk Till Dawn starts as like a what would you call it? Like a heist movie with thieves.
Yeah.
And then
aren't the Clooney and Tarantino, like, they're not obviously not twins, but they're brothers too, right?
Yeah, they're the Gecko brothers, if I'm remembering right. Yeah, it is played more for laughs. And then they go to a bar, and then the bar is actually vampires. So, yeah, I guess in a way.
Yeah, I knew it was campy.
Yeah, you should see From Dusk Till Dawn. From Dusk Till Dawn's awesome.
Yeah, where's that 4K?
No shit.
I haven't seen a re-release of that since the 90s.
The Blu-ray I have has like the other two Dusk Till Dawns on it, so it's even more compressed on my Blu-ray.
You'd think that'd like be right up Arrow's alley or something.
I know.
Doing that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other thing too is like it was also frustrating that one woman invited them in. Like,
yeah,
it's like such an easy way to like, I don't know, move the story along. Like,
yeah, that's like
some of those dumb things.
Horror movies,
yeah,
where they just do stupid decisions.
Yeah. So I know she was stressed out, but still, it just felt dumb. Like it felt like the character was smarter than that.
I mean, I guess the only thing I can give them a leeway is she didn't want her daughter to be attacked by him, so she thought if they all came after him, but then they would all become vampires and they'd probably still go after the town. So
yeah.
I don't know if she thought that out very well.
Also, too, it's like no one's really dying; they're just becoming the vampires. So I'm like, almost like, yeah, why wouldn't they want to become vampires? Like. They could slaughter like all these like white supremacists like way easier as vampires.
Yeah, I will say too the vampire makeup effects were awesome.
Yeah, when their eyes go red and everything.
Yeah, or when he was in the pond and his claws got really big and he got shot and his mouth was kind of hanging down.
Yeah,
that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, speaking of Tarantino, I totally forgot about the ending. Like the movie's basically over, and then they just kind of come back to the barn with Michael B. Jordan. And they do like it totally felt like a Inglourious Bastards like cutscene, like added to this movie.
Yeah, it's really well done though. Like you get the sense of, hey, we let you live your life, and then when they see him, you don't know if they're going to hurt him or not, and they don't. He just basically says, hey, we're proud of you. It's, I don't know. It's really cool. And then they even have another post-credit scene too at the very end.
Yeah. Was the 90s?
No, there's one after that too.
Remind me. I say through the whole thing, so I should remember it.
So at the very end of the credits, it's literally just Sammy playing a guitar.
Oh yeah.
But still fun. But hey, man, I want to see the vampires in the 80s or early 90s, whenever it was. I'm down. But yeah, no, I think people should see this movie. I thought it was awesome.
Cool.
Hey, this is a big news story of the week.
It's real news.
It's trailers again, Brad. Did you see the Predator trailer?
There's two of them. Which one?
So yeah, there is two. You're right. There is the animated one, which is called Hunter Be Hunted, something like that. I can't remember the name of it right now, but that looks cool. It's like an anthology, violent kind of anime horror Predator movie.
It's like the Lord of the Rings, War of the Rohirrim, but for Predator.
Yeah, so I'm totally down for that. So we get that, and there's also an Alien show coming out on Hulu too. So Hulu's doubling down on, their monsters. So that's cool. And then they released a little teaser for Predator Badland, which I'm stoked. I think I wanted to see like Predator's Homeland, and
long overdue if you ask me.
Yeah, and then I was reading the synopsis. I guess the the Predator is the protagonist. Like,
Yeah.
sweet.
Hunted by their own kind should be interesting.
Yeah, because it's done by the director of Prey, Dan Trachtenberg, and he did. If you have Hulu or if you have the 4K like I do, you can watch it with them speaking.
Navajo.
Yeah, Navajo.
Cherokee.
Or Cherokee. Yeah, I can't remember. But there's a whole other cut of the movie where they speak Native American, and it's really cool. So he can pull off a movie where they're not speaking English as much.
It'd be amazing if the whole movie had no English dialogue. It was just
It
all
would be.
alien.
I mean, it won't be, because we saw in the trailer there's that droid.
Yeah. That'd
which
be
I'm
amazing if it was
guessing
like a silent film, but for Alien or for Predator.
Yeah, that would be sweet.
That would be a choice. That'd be amazing.
But I'm totally down. I want to see the Predator hunt big monsters, and I want to see their hierarchy and how they do stuff.
Yeah, I've had enough of like dumbass humans getting like their asses kicked by these guys. Like, I get it. Let's put the Predator in on their own homeworld, getting like rocked by their own people.
Yeah, because I mean, I'd be interested to see kind of the political dynamics of their race.
Yeah, I heard the protagonist is actually like a female predator. So
Really,
obviously the internet's losing their minds about that.
oh,
But,
that makes me just interested.
well, yeah, it's yeah, of course, a bunch of like alpha male predators are gonna go after this. Yeah, who has to prove herself to these guys? Yeah, that makes sense.
But at the same time, they would have to have female predators because they're a species.
Yeah, unless they have like
Do they-
frog DNA.
Yeah, do they expect the female predators just to be like cooking rats or something?
Just cut away. There's in the kitchen.
I mean, it might be funny to see. Blah, blah, blah. Your dinner is ready. Predators in Love has been brought to you by just a sitcom with predators in it.
I feel like Family Guy did that already.
They might have. I don't know.
I feel like I've seen it. Or at least it was a predator in like a business suit or something.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there's something with that.
They have like Jason talking like a normal guy. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah. If
I've
that's
always
this
been
year,
a predator
great.
guy.
Yeah, for sure. Alien's cool, but like a lot less personality.
Yeah, I agree. And I mean, I think Predator is one of the coolest movies ever. So
Yeah.
just a little biased.
Just a little.
Yeah, and that's what I got for the movie news. I was excited about the Predator stuff.
Yeah, I got nothing else. Like I said, I haven't been paying attention to movie news for a while, so I got nothing.
Sweet. Here is what we've been watching this week.
So, yeah, this is the stuff we've been watching.
Brad, what'd you watch?
Two new things. I saw Secret Mall Apartment. I don't know if you've heard
What
anything
is
about
that?
that
I don't
movie.
even know what that is.
So in the early 2000s in Providence, Rhode Island, there was like you remember Rhino in Denver in the 2000s?
Yeah.
A lot of decrepit warehouses and stuff.
Yeah.
And a lot of art collectives. Wazi Union comes to mind. We used to have here.
Wow. Never
So
heard that in a while.
they had their version of that, and then a bunch of rich ass developers are like, we got to revitalize the commerce in this city, and we're going to do it by bulldozing your fucking art collectives. So they built this huge, like huge mall. Like, I think it's like 7 or 8 stories tall or something. Not so much wide as it's tall. But yeah, in doing that, they pissed off a bunch of local residents. And the mall was like really upscale, so like the people in the community couldn't really afford to shop there even. But these art guys are like, okay, well let's we're gonna boycott this mall, but let's also kind of check it out. So they snuck around and they found this back way in to this level, like sixth floor level or something, there was a pocket of empty space that like was as big as like 1,000-foot square apartment, and it wasn't, anywhere that could just easily be patrolled. So they started like just hanging out up there, and over time they decided to like start moving in. So they're like shimming up this like concrete space, and then like moving an entire armoire and a couch up there and a TV and a PlayStation. And like over the course of like 4 years, they like decked out this little 1,000-square-foot space hidden in this area. And then eventually they even brought cinder blocks up to build like a wall so that if security did come by, they wouldn't notice that there was a bunch of shit in this like alcove for a while. And it was super cool. It's just like this cool documentary about like fighting back against commerce and striking, because the documentary is also split with like the people that are involved in this are also, they travel across the country doing like tape murals. So they like go to like children's hospital wards, and they use like just like masking tape to create these like murals and stuff, and they teach the kids how to do it. And so they go to like to Oklahoma at the site of the Oklahoma City bombing site and do a mural there, and then they go to New York City after 9/11 and do a bunch of like they go through all the list of all the people who died, firefighters, police officers, like regular people, and across the entire island of Manhattan they just would Banksy it and just do like a tape portrait of these people.
Interesting.
And then when they weren't doing that, they were doing this. They were decking out. They had a place to live. They had apartments in town, but they would all accumulate to do this one project of treating it like this performance art installation of like, if anyone did come and see it, it would just be like someone made an apartment in the mall. And the incredible irony of it is now in 2025, when malls are dying, the mall is now starting to convert shops into apartments.
Huh.
So, in living spaces. So, in the end, like the arts kind of won out. But yeah, they get caught, and the head guy gets like probation. He gets fined for trespassing. All their shit gets thrown out. So it doesn't end well, but in the end, the fact that the mall's becoming apartments anyway is kind of like a fun irony of it. And then the last thing I saw was The Legend of Ochi.
I want to see that one.
Yeah, I was waiting for the Mayan, but I was like, I'm gonna go see the Regal Mystery Movie Monday Mystery Movie, and that was it. So I was like, oh, I guess I'm seeing this like a week early. Great. And yeah, it's cool. The story's not very deep or interesting, but the thing I liked most about it is it had the vibe. We talked about this like I think last week of like I miss 80s kids movies being like dark and scary.
Yeah.
And this has that vibe.
Oh, sweet.
I wouldn't say it's scary, but at least it's like,
like a Gremlins vibe.
Like even Gremlins is like fun. It's more like Dark Crystal, I'd say. Like there's this like alien or creature lore that's like its own, and there's not a ton of dialogue. A lot of it's just like sound design and stuff, because there's this girl and she lives, it's present day, but it's like, I don't know, Greenland or Iceland or something where they live. And so their dad is brought all the town boys together to create this army to fight these Ochi things. But the girl's kind of seeing through his bullshit. And so she eventually like gets one of the Ochis and like tries to nurse it back to health and then take it back to its mom. And so once she does that, like everyone's trying to track her down. And that, as you go, you find out like why her family's broken and everything. But yeah, like there's not a ton of, like all that's really just portrayed in just like actions and cinematography. Like there's not a ton of dialogue, talking back and forth. Like the Ochi communicate through like whistling, like like the Mogwais do. So, and the effects of the creatures are amazing. Like, if they're CGI and puppets, like I can usually never tell the difference in the movie. It's great.
Wow. Kellen really wanted to see this. Is it a good movie for him?
Yeah, I mean, it just might be a little might be hard to follow, especially the stuff with like the mom, father, and daughter dynamics. Like the dad's kind of abusive, but the mom is also like somehow strained with the daughter. Yeah, it's the family dynamics are a little complicated, but I think just like, hey, they're gonna follow this girl and try to get the OG back to the mother. He might be able to follow that.
Cool. Yeah, no, he likes movies like Dark Crystal and Gremlins and stuff. So
yeah,
because he saw that, I forget what movie we saw, but he saw a trailer for it and he really wanted to see it.
Yeah,
because the trailer is really cute, where he's in the little backpack or something.
Yeah, the creatures are definitely like Baby Yoda and the Mogwai, but like the vibe is more Dark Crystal than Gremlins.
Okay,
yeah,
I get what you're saying. Yeah, sweet.
Yep. What'd you watch?
This week I watched The Exorcist Believer. I don't know if you've seen that one.
No, I missed that one.
It's
or did I?
Yeah, it's directed by David Gordon Green, who did the Halloween trilogy recently. And it's about these two young girls that go missing for 3 days, and they return and they are possessed by a demon. And it, then it becomes an exorcism. It's the two lead girls are really good in it. The rest of the movie some of the dialogue is really bad, but they have good actors, and so it's kind of disappointing, and I don't know what the point of the movie was.
And to make an exorcist movie.
Yeah, and it's to make it scary, the one thing I will say, at least they didn't do their backs move really far back and it goes, whereas that's kind of the thing that people have been doing.
The contortionist stuff.
Yeah, it's interesting, and it deals a lot with grief, which is there's interesting things that happen in the movie. It's just not enough, if that makes sense. Like you want it to be more, and it just isn't. And then there's a couple fan service moments that you really don't need in it. But yeah, it's okay. And the last thing I watched is Kellen wanted to watch an action movie, so he watched Collateral Damage with Arnold Schwarzenegger. And it's fun. There's some silly parts in it, but I had a lot of fun watching it. It's one of, I don't know if a guilty pleasure is the right word, but a part of me misses action movies like that where they're just big and loud and silly.
No, they have them. They're just like usually straight to streaming now.
No, I guess I just don't keep an eye out for it. But yeah, it's fun. Arnold Schwarzenegger plays a firefighter, and his wife and kid are killed in a terrorist attack. And he goes to try to find the people that are responsible. He's a one-man army, but he's not as good as he is, in Commando and stuff. So, yeah, it's fun. It's made by the director of The Fugitive. So,
oh yeah,
it has that going for it, if I remember right.
Andrew Davis.
Yeah, don't make me a liar. Sweet, yeah, it's Andrew Davis. Like, all right, I think I did remember that right. Yeah, that's all I watched this week. Just fun stuff.
Cool.
Next week we are seeing The Accountant 2. So it's been getting good reviews, so maybe it's good. So stay tuned for that. And until then, we'll see you at the movies.
A real nerd knows who shot. A real nerd can follow the plot. And a real nerd will give it all they got. Lights, camera, action. Real nerds.
Thanks for listening to Real Nerds Podcast, a Nebulous Visions production. Stream or download episodes, read articles at realnerdspodcast.com. Stream us on Apple or Google Podcast, Stitcher, Spotify, or iHeartRadio. Follow us on Facebook, Real Nerds Podcast. Twitter and Instagram, @Real Nerds. Watch us on YouTube, Real Nerds Podcast. Email us at realnerds@gmail.com. Call us at 720-6nerds5. Thank you to Sparks Mandrill, Mike at Plan 9 Studios, and Bolognium for all of our groovy theme songs. And that's how you fucking do it.